What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/numot for all your magic card needs. Some more Outlaws of Thunder Junction. We're sitting in a pretty good spot. Been kind of crushing it with 5-color lately, although I think yesterday's most recent video didn't do so hot. But don't worry about that. We're actually going to try something a little bit different this time. I have had a terrible time with blue-red in this format, and I think it is, by the mathologists, the worst color pair in the format, but I've opened a Malcolm the Eyes here, and I kind of want to try forcing it, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to first pick this 2/2 Flying Haste. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, investigate, and we are going to try to force a blue-red deck. So I'm not sure if my strategy when I've played blue-red has just been bad or what, but we're going to try first picking this and seeing if we can do something good with it. Shackle Slinger. When you cast your second spell, each turn, if it's tapped, put a stun. Alright, I mean, I think that's going to be a fine second choice. I'm going to try to stick to as close to just pure blue-red as possible. I mean, if I open like a Bonnie Paul or something, you know, I will splash a little bit of that nonsense, but for the most part, I'm going to try to stick to red-blue. And remember, red-blue is the second spell archetype. So you want to take more plot cards or cheap cards generally, so that you can, you know, make that condition come true. So let's second pick this Shackle Slinger. Cunning Coyote is quite good. There's another Pulverizer here, Metamorphic Blast. You would think Razzle Dazzle is great in the red-blue deck. And I mean, it probably is, but I have not had success with this card. It is especially poor when you draw this late, although I guess when you draw it later in the game, you can generally cast it and another spell, but have not had particularly good success with Razzle Dazzle. Anyway, Cunning Coyote, again, just too good to pass up. Good plot card, good on its own. Like, what is the best removal that you can get in red-blue? You have counter magic, you have some burn effects, and then you have, like, bounce or out cold. So it kind of pales in comparison to like all of White's exile effects, of which White has like literally 6 exile effects. A lot of them at common even, but let's see. Like White has Path to Exile, Mystical Tether, Lasso, Buried in the Garden. What else? Journey to Nowhere. It's 5 already? I'm sure it has another, I can't remember, but Black has a bunch of good removal and exile effects as well. Green has a bunch of punch effects. But you just compare something like Thunder Salvo to Desert's Dew, and it's just like, really? There's no comparison. Anyways, plan the heist, Razzle Dazzle, and a Dead-Eyed Duelist here for us. I think this is probably the better choice. I would expect the Razzles to wheel, and if they don't, that's maybe a good sign that somebody else is taking them, but also a bad sign that they're taking them from us. Best card here being maybe Mystical Tether or Lush Oasis. Quick Draw, Failed Fording, Conduit Pylons. I think blue-red does enjoy the tempo effects, and in fact I like cards like the Jailbreak Scheme in this type of deck as well. And passing a bunch of deserts just like physically pains me, but I don't think we want to be taking them unless they're blue-red or it's later on, and we'll just take like one Conduit Pylon or something. Okay. A little bit unfortunate, we're losing out on a bunch of other good cards. The blue-red land we were looking for, Canyon Crab's fantastic, Mind Raider's pretty solid, Rope Master's alright, but I will take a second Malcolm for redundancy. 2/2 Flying Haste Siren Pirate. Hey, how about a Spire Bluff Canal? I will definitely take that over Loan Shark. I just think getting the blue-red lands is pretty sick here. And that's a nice gift given that we just passed that Eroded Canyon too. Obviously the Shark would be fantastic in this deck as well since we want to double spell, but okay, there's a Jailbreak Scheme. I think we're going to wheel a Jailbreak Scheme too, right? There was one in one of the earlier packs we saw, but no big deal. Wasn't really much in that pack anyway, so. Haunting, I don't think is what you want in blue-red. Daring Thunder Thief is like okay, I guess. I always want Commandeer to do something, but it's not a very good card. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just take the Thief here. Pulverizers is great. Okay, here come the Razzle Dazzles. Should be one more. Perfect. All right, I mean, open up Malcolm, force the blue-red, and it is just open, so that's the way you want to do it. Escape Shift. Okay, totally forgot that was in the format. Looks like we just have an explosive derailment here. Currently, I only have, what, 2 plot cards? The Coyote and the Heist. But that's okay. Into a Scale Storm Summoner. Probably not. Djinn of Fool's Fall is solid, and then another derailment. Given that we just got a derailment, I don't think I need to take this second one as high. But on the same side of things, I don't need to take Djinn of Fool's Fall very highly because I expect it to come back around, and it should be easier to pick that up than another derailment, so I'll just take the burn there. Okay, Rotting Sphinx, a little bit too good to pass up, even though it doesn't really have synergy, so to speak, but this is good. We're going to take the Sphinx and then probably wheel the Razzle Dazzle. I don't mind running Rodeo Pyromancers in this list, even though they're not that exciting. I guess the next biggest loss would be Skewer the Critics after Sphinx. Transmutation Font. It's so slow, but it is very good. Probably not for us. We'll just take the Stop Cold. Kind of a late lassoed by the law, 4th pick. I mean, this is good. Cheap spells, take the fall, take the fall. Wow, this man, green is just coming around in this direction as well. I mean, this is an individual pack. This is pick 5, and there are still insane green-white cards overall. That is terrifying. Throw from the Saddle, Paladin, Eric's Buried Naturalist. Crazy. I'm probably supposed to play more Take the Falls than I would expect. What is my creature count right now? Only 8. But we do have a lot of early game pressure. We have 5 2-drop creatures currently. Yeah, I think this is going all right. I wonder if Quick Draw is actually supposed to be in this deck too. It's another cheap spell that can let us win combat. Wow, another Cunning Coyote. Sick. And a Loan Shark. This is the second Loan Shark we've passed, but Coyote is just much, much better. Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Coyote can push a ton of damage. Actually, Cunning Coyote combos well with that Scale Storm Summoner we passed earlier. Step Between Worlds. This is not really a limited card, but man, I kind of want to play it in this deck. This would be for fun and not because it's good. But it's kind of nice with like the double Cunning Coyote and stuff. You know what? I'm going to give it a shot. Don't try this at home. Either Plan the Heist or a Geyser Drake here. How many instants do we have? 5 instants? Yeah, we'll probably just take the first Drake. Okay. There's the Djinn on the wheel. Third Razzle Dazzle. I passed all the rodeos, but it's okay. I expect one of them to come back or get one in pack 3. Bluffs or secrets here? I guess Take for a Ride might be good in this particular build. Oh, there's a Hypothesis. Well, I don't really care for Hypothesis. I think this card is kind of bad. In a triple Razzle Dazzle deck, I think Take for a Ride could actually be worthwhile. I'm not actually playing Step Between Worlds, am I? Yeah, I think I'll just take the Divination. Sizzles, whatever. Would love to get an Eroded Canyon. Remember, we took the Malcolm over the only one that we saw. Dust Animus. Gross. Ugh. I'm not going to splash for that. We do have some fine options here. Crab, Stitcher, Interference, Mine Raider. Stitcher's fine. Duelist of the Mind's quite nice. Another Derailment. Sure. It's my creature count at 14 right now. Still need more card draw effects. Ionize. Or Conduit Pylon. I guess Harrier Strix honestly ain't that bad in this deck as well. Cheap card that can help filter us till later. But what am I cutting for Strix or Ionize? Maybe the quick draw at this point. I mean, again, I should probably be cutting Step Between Worlds since we don't have like face damage. Yeah, I think we want to take the Strix here. We might even just wheel to Ionize anyways. I am certainly a lot heavier blue than red, but we're still going to need to add basically the same number of red sources since all of our red is pretty cheap, or most of our red's pretty cheap. Man, some very scary cards going around. Second Pulverizer, I suppose. I think Pulverizer is probably better than Stitcher in this deck. I mean, we're still going to run the Stitcher, but some more filler, but nothing incredible. Another Derailment. Oh, Mirage Mace is pretty good. We have enough playables, so I think I just like taking the land. Another Drake or a Lackey. Hypothesis will wield. Take for a Ride wield. Let's try to go for a ride. Crab, Interference, Mine Raider. I mean, if we're plotting stuff, then the crab's going to be worth it, right? I need to make quite a few cuts here. I don't know what they're supposed to be. I guess the Geyser Drake's not very good. It's only fine with like the derailments. I think we want to keep all the cards that draw more cards, maybe except for the Step Between Worlds. Let's see. Maybe I can cut the Jailbreak Scheme. And then one more cut. Like I said, I don't think the Stitcher is actually all that good in my deck. It's like okay. Oh, man, it's so weird to cut Stitcher if I'm playing blue and I'm playing the multi-spell deck. But like the Razzle Dazzlers, the Pulverizers, the Malcolm, I can play them beforehand and then start doing stuff. I need to cast a bunch of spells prior to Stitcher, and like the plot is 5 instead of 4, which is kind of a big deal. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run it like this. No idea if this is actually right, but let's do it. Fun little forced red-blue spells. Double spells, anyways. Hopefully we can win some games. No expectations here, because like I said, this format, or rather this archetype, has not treated me very well, but... Okay, that's a start. We don't have a good way to double spell. We need to draw quite a few lands here in a row. Like I'm gonna play a bunch of 1 or 2 mana 1/2s. Oh man, drawing double Pulverizer was also really bad. My confidence is low. Raven. Well, if I lose to Mana Screw, it is what it is. If we draw land next turn to go Razzle Dazzler into failed fording, that wouldn't be awful. Plotted a Lockpicker. Okay. Not find the land. Ah. "17 lands, by the way. Oh, I think they may have messed up there. Whoopsies. Unless they have actually nothing else. Alright, let's just bounce it and go for it. Yeah, it might have been that they just had no other better play. Ah, okay. Of course, we drew a tapped land there. Well, remember Bonnie has reach. The difference in the game is drawing the tap land when I needed an untap land. Most likely. Tempted there to not block at all and just take 13 and go to 1. Like, we're going to lose to any interaction here, and I don't have an option, really. Do not expect this to work. Oh my god. The Harrier's tricks might actually work. Oh, I guess if they have a crime, this doesn't work, does it? Because they would be able to gain a life. Is there a chance I can pass here? They clearly have something. I mean, I just have to go for it, right? Because if I'm not, then I'm chumping next turn. But the take for a ride makes this kind of interesting. Yeah, the Raven is hosing me. In fact, why didn't I lock down one of their other creatures with the Slinger since I messed up here? I was thinking I needed to tap all their creatures and go for it, but because they have the Raven, they're going to go to 7 with a crime anyways. So I should have tapped one of the large creatures with this, or rather locked it down because it was already tapped. Wow, that was a big mistake on my part. Yeah, it's a huge mistake on my part. Being able to lock down one of the large creatures there would have maybe done it as well. Oh, we're going to lose anyways, aren't we? Because they have lockpickers. So they have interaction, they go to 7, then they go to 1, then they lockpick and kill. I go block, block. Oh, no, maybe this is still okay. No, they would go kill, kill. I chump. No, this doesn't work. God, this is so sick. I can either go for it and presumably lose, or I can pass the turn and hope that take for a ride wins on the backswing. This is so sick. This is so sick. This is probably just my best chance, though. All right, I mean, I think we lose, but gotta go for it. Is that it? Did I talk myself into it and they actually don't have it? Oh, they did have it. All right, well, the worm would have killed us had I sat back anyways, so good beats. So the correct play was to lock down their 8-8. Let's see. Lock down their 8-8. No, I was still supposed to go for it. Yeah, they just had it anyways. That sucked. That tap land draw, we drew 2 of our most expensive spells. Very close, though. I think I did that right. Draw the 3 cards. Play the Harrier. So then lock down their Bonnie, or their 8-8 or whatever, their bow. I would have to pass the turn, but then they still flash out a 6-5 Trampler. I would have to go, like, chump, chump. No, the Skullduggery could kill that. Yeah, I don't think there was a way out of that. Tough beats. Just needed to hit our lands a little bit sooner and we would have Probably rolled them. Oh, oops, unpaused it a little bit early there. Come on, man. Alright, this hand looks fine. Just needs to draw some of those razzle-dazzles, huh? We can go turn 2 crab into, like, plot the coyote. Well, we're going to want to just go turn 2 crab to block the homestead. We're going to wait till 5 mana, most likely, to kill the homestead and another creature. But they might potentially draw and ramp a bunch of cards. Oh, luckily they did not. We'll just draw 2 then. Don't do this again, please. 2 of our 5 drops once more. Right, they're just going to cycle their Take the Fall. I shouldn't be running 18 lands in this deck, should I? They do. Plotted a shark. Wow, God, man. So frustrating. And that's going to enter tapped. This is absurd. Uh, 2 games in a row, we're just getting unfortunate land draws. Can I block? Hello? Alright, I think we're gonna go with Dazzler into Malcolm here. Just to get the extra counter on the Dazzler. I don't think we're gonna Coyote, we're gonna save that for Double Spell next turn. Alright, they did hit a land off the top. Nice. For them. The Hustler. That's probably going to be my creature target for derailment instead of the Lone Shark now. I have Desert's Dew. Kill. Oh, no, no Desert's Dew. Save the Coyote for the Sphinx. Sheriff. Yeah, the Dazzler is unfortunately not an outlaw. And another land off the homestead. Yeesh. Still don't think we're supposed to derail yet, though, because Sphinx plus Coyote next turn is just too good. Oh, they passed? Well, maybe now I'll wait then. Attack for 3 in the air and see what they do. Okay. I'm fine just passing and looting with the crab. I think I want to cast the derailment on their turn, so that if they have a counter, they're going to have to tap that mana on their turn. They can't pump the Hustler beyond a 4/4 by the trigger itself. Probably just safest to get the Hustler off the battlefield anyways instead of going for Sphinx this turn. What's it gonna be, Chief? Man. And they didn't make a copy of a creature, though. Huh. They did have a counter, notably. Oh, God, they keep hitting... Man, this is just... We are getting a little bit unlucky today. Pulverizer is also pretty good here, but Sphinx with the Ward 2 means they're not going to be able to do anything to it with just 3 mana up. Gonna leave an extra creature back. Oh, sure. Okay, they can target it with Take the Fall. That's fair. All right. So there's a decent chance we can kill him next turn with Pulverizer and Take for a ride. They're at 10 mana. Rush of Dread. Oh my god. Sack 3 creatures, huh? Coyote, Strix, Malcolm, I guess I have to do. Oh, I should have drawn a card in response. I always had to discard 2. Whoops. That was a mistake on my part. Ah, that was a really big mistake. I could have discarded that island instead. Whoopsies. Well, shoot. Brutal. So with the derailment, I can cast Take for a Ride on their turn, but makes it far less likely that I can actually win here. Wait, how does this work, actually? If I derail and shoot the Hustler for 4... Oh, wait, no, they've already triggered it. Okay, so... shoot this for 4. Blow up their homestead. And then I can Take for a Ride the Hustler that's going to have 4 damage on it and block the shark. Okay. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't do both of those, but I guess I'll keep the flyer. Alright, nice. I guess it doesn't matter which one I take. Either way, right? Well, I'm not dead. But it doesn't look great. They have a few cards still in their hand. Big mistake not having drawn off the clue in response that one turn. Yeah, that's annoying. Splash, Lawbringer. Okay. Alright. Dead to anything. Brutal. I mean, both games we've lost so far, I have had some mana issues, but I've also made some sequencing errors, so... that's so sick. God, that's so sick. But hey, this has been my experience with blue-red, so... Let's draw our mana efficiently this time. We've stumbled on lands every single game so far. And then that's been compiled by the fact that I've also made some mistakes, so. Alright, this hand looks okay. There is value in playing the Strix on turn 1. But I think we're supposed to wait. Right? This might have been able to punch in for quite a bit of damage because I'm on the play turn 1. But since we have a bunch of razzle-dazzles and whatnot, I think it's better to have waited. So that's 1 damage so far, right? This would have been 2 damage next turn. I don't know. I wanted to kill the bandit, but I'm not going to. Plotted a shark. This would have been 3 damage now. Okay, so they're gonna go dance into shark, draw a card. Go to 18. That's good. Alright, well, if they can't deal with the pulverizer, it's gonna start doing a lot of work. So let's hope our... Ah, man. Blue-red, please. Drawing Nathan, huh? Alright, I can afford to take another hit from the lone shark. Because if I had played the crab out there, I'd been able to instead block, but... Okay, take 4. Oh, do you have the double punch? Betrayal? Dude, we are just running into it. Holy crap. Insane. And notably, our Strix would have gotten in for like 6 damage at this point. Oh, man, this is frustrating. I'm gonna take 1 here. This would be a good turn for take for a ride on their 8-8, but... Oh, I think we're supposed to go like this. Well, I hope you don't have the trash the town. Possum, alright. I wish I'd played out this Strix earlier. So absurd. Okay, saddle. Pump it to a 5. I mean, this is how we win. We need them to attack with a bunch of stuff, right? Jump here, take 4, or rather go to 4. Gonna be 1 damage off lethal if they don't have anything. That is technically lethal. I don't really have a choice either, so let's hope this works out, though I'm guessing it's not going to. God damn it. Yeah. That'll be that then. Oh, well. Guess it didn't matter in the slightest. Okay, dude. I just want blue-red to work like one time. Man. I know I forced it, but it was pretty open. Ah, damn it. 2 losses from mana issues plus punts, and then whatever that game was there. Frustrating. All right, well, let that be a lesson to me, I guess. Don't play blue-red in this format, because 1, I guess I just can't win with it. And it's more fun to just, like, force 5 color anyway, so it's gonna be one of those videos. I apologize, but hey, I don't cherry pick. If I record it, it gets uploaded. So even the O3s, this looks like a fine deck. A fine deck. We did get punished a couple of freaking times for having these tap lands, but you're always supposed to run them in a deck like this. So, that's magic, baby. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye bye.